So, it's been a little bit of time now since I last did a tier list video, and you know what? I really enjoyed doing that video. I was messing around with a new editing program, and it was a lot more chilled out. So, I think it's about time I made a sequel to it. Instead of Fortnite, however, I think since we're obviously getting close to Pokemon Day, and I haven't really done a Pokemon video in a while, I may as well make the second tier list video on that. This time we're going to be ranking every starter Pokemon. I'll only be going off of the mainline's titles to keep things simple, and to make sure this video isn't unnecessarily drawn out, the first member of the starter's evolution line will represent the entire evolution line instead of making each evolution a separate slot. The only exception to this is Pikachu, who, while yes, it used to be the first member, is now the second member of the Evo line. But because Pikachu is the starter and not Pichu, that's who will represent that line. I'm also not a competitive Pokemon player, I'm very casual, so I won't be speaking much, if at all, on how good the starters are comp-wise. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Finally, here's the tiers on screen now, in case you didn't watch the last video, or just need a reminder. And let's begin ranking each starter. So, starting with Bulbasaur, honestly, I think Bulbasaur is underrated. There, I said it, it was my starter in my playthrough for the retrospect, and I personally gained a newfound admiration for Bulbasaur and its Evo line. I think Bulbasaur is adorable. It's just this cute, silly little guy who's just living its life. I think typing-wise, Poison and Grass makes a ton of sense, especially for a starter Pokemon. Bulbasaur's evolution line isn't too interesting. I'm not really a big fan of Venusaur, but Ivysaur is pretty cool. I also fully believe Venusaur's Mega Evolution is insanely lame. There's just not much of a difference in its design in my personal opinion. Its Gigantamax form is fire though, it's just really funny and I love it. Overall, I'd say Bulbasaur's line would be A tier. It's not bad at all, but it's very basic in terms of design in my opinion. Now, isn't it funny how my thoughts on Charmander and its evolution line are going to get me killed? I think Charmander is overrated. I'm sorry, I just never got the hype. I see no reason to pick Charmander unless you want to make your life an absolute pain in the ass. Especially for the first two Kanto gyms, of which Charmander is terrible against, so have fun grinding Metapods for days on end until it finally evolves into Butterfree, so you actually have a chance against Brock and Misty. Design-wise, Charmander is very cute. Charmeleon, I don't fucking know, man, look at this thing, I'm not gassing this up. I'm not gonna lie to you, this thing is ugly as hell. Charizard is raw though, and props to Charizard for having the best Gigantamax and Mega Evolution of the Kanto Starters. At least you caught one dub. Now tell me when you get that dragon typing, you fraud. Overall, Charmander's line is a solid A tier. Charizard is hard carrying. Without Charizard, it'd be B tier or lower. And now it's over. The Squirtle line, Your Honor, it's peak. Squirtle, adorable. Wartortle, raw. Blastoise, the go. Squirtle clears that mid-ass Fraudmander. I love Squirtle, genuinely just a great starter. Its Mega Evolution and Gigantamax are a little lacking, I will admit, but other than that, it's great. What else do you need me to say? Easiest S tier in the video, I'm gonna be honest. I'm basic, you already know where this is going. I love Pikachu, great design. The anime did Pikachu very well and served it a lot of justice. In the games, it's kinda weak. I still use Pikachu because it's unironically my favorite Pokemon, but still very weak. I also don't really like Raichu, to be completely honest. I don't think it really fits with Pichu and Pikachu. Alola and Raichu fits the vibe a lot more, but regular Raichu just feels out of place in my opinion. Pichu, however, is great. No complaints whatsoever. Overall, Pikachu goes in A+ tier. I really do want to push my bias just a little, but I'm trying to be fair here, so Pikachu goes in A+. I feel like Eevee has to be S tier. Like, base Eevee is kind of basic and not all that interesting, but its evolution line is so expansive and interesting that it has to be an S tier starter. There is just so much you can realistically do with it. It's a great starting Pokemon. Especially nowadays where for evolutions you have 8 types to pick from. Design-wise, the evolutions are very cool too, incorporating the types into the designs very well, while still making it clear that these are evolutions of Eevee. Though, I don't know what happened with the evolutions, to be honest. They were there, and out of nowhere they just kinda disappeared, and we haven't gotten a new one since Gen 6, unfortunately. There's still a load more types they could do, so I hope they add to it in Generation 10, but yeah, like I said, S tier. I don't know how you go from Bulbasaur, a peak grass starter, to Chikorita. It's time we have an honest conversation regarding Chikorita. Bayleaf and Chikorita are lame. Lame designs, lame typing, only grass type. Yorona, it's mid. Now Meganium is pretty decent. You know, Meganium escapes the slander. Barely, but it escapes it. Chikorita is just fucking green. There's nothing interesting with the design. Its head looks like a fucking bean. Same with Bayleaf, but that's got leaves on it. That's about it. The Chikorita line is going in B tier, mid starter, bro. Thankfully, we no longer have to deal with Chikorita, and we can move on to Cyndaquil. What a great starter, what a great Pokemon in general. Its design is very cool, it's consistent all throughout the evolution line. It's just an iconic starter. I don't really have much else to say. Cyndaquil is just very cool with a simple but iconic design. Now, Totodile. My boy, bro. I love Totodile. He is so adorable. He's so, like, he's so little boy, little guy. He's just so great. I think, Croconaw is, like, here. No, I don't fuck with Croconaw's design. I kind of like how it's, like, kind of like a... I don't know, its patterns on its, like, chest have kind of, like, a egg, like, caveman thing going on. I kind of like that. I think Feraligatr could use a little more. I don't really vibe with Feraligatr design either. So I think overall, like, Totodile hard carries. Totodile is just like this little guy. He's adorable. I love Totodile, like, base form. But I don't really vibe with the other two. I don't really vibe with them. So overall, I'd say Totodile goes in A+. Hey, so fair warning for this next bit, I'm a total dumbass, and I'm never going to be covering this series again, because for the next, like, entire section, I call Torchic Chikorita. I don't know how that happened. I'm a fucking dumbass. Never trust me on anything ever again, I swear to God. So just be aware that when I say Chikorita, I mean Torchic. I do not mean Chikorita, I mean Torchic. Anyways, you can go back. Now, Chikorita, I think Chikorita's pretty cool. I mean, it's obviously a great starter. You know, Blaziken is very, very popular. I think Chikorita as a whole is a great starter. It's very adorable. I think... I don't know. I don't know. Combusken... It's okay. It's not bad. Combusken's aight. I just don't personally like it. You know, it's just not for me. Blaziken, however, is raw. You know, Blaziken's cool as fuck. I think everyone likes Blaziken. I think that's just like a fucking lore of the universe or some shit. Like, everyone loves Blaziken, and I think that's reasonable. Like, Blaziken's great. Now, Trico, on the other hand. Trico, I think I love Trico's... Like, I don't know. I kind of carries on the continuation of the second evolution being the worst. But Trico overall is just fucking adorable. He's cool as well. He's kind of like Sonic in a way, in that he's cool, but he's also like really cute. I mean, classic Sonic, by the way, not modern Sonic. Well, modern Sonic, yeah. No, we're not talking about fucking Sonic. I don't know why I mentioned Sonic. Never mind. Grovyle is like, Sceptile, however, Sceptile is raw as well. Like, I think Sceptile is cool as fuck. Dude killed a fucking Darkrai in the anime. Like, are you kidding me? That's fucking awesome. Now, Mudkip, on the other hand. Mudkip, bro. Mudkip. Okay. Mudkip, the first evolution, as always, adorable. You know, he's a little guy, a little dude. You know, I love Mudkip. Marshtomp, I mean, he's cool. He's, like, probably the best Hoenn second starter. Like, I think he's the best out of the Hoenn, like, second starters. But he's still just alright, you know, he's there, he's growing into it, he's getting better. And then Swampert, I think Swampert's just, you know, not as good as Blaziken or Sceptile. Swampert's kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't really like Swampert's design, he's kind of ugly. I think Sceptile and Blaziken are, like, raw as fuck, you know, they do all this cool shit, and then you got fucking Swampert over there, like, he's not really doing much. Swampert's not really doing much, I'm gonna be honest. Now, Turtwig. Oh, man. Turtwig. Oh, okay. I don't really like Turtwig. I don't know. He doesn't appeal to me. He's just... I don't know how to explain it, really. I think Turtwig's just kind of ugly. I think Turtwig... like, if I kicked him down a flight of stairs, I wouldn't care about him. You know, if I kicked Piplup down a flight of stairs, I would run to that motherfucker fast. Like, I would run to him. Like, that's my boy, that's my child. Like, I love Piplup. Turtwig, if I kicked him down a flight of stairs, I don't think I'd care. I'd be like, yeah, you can handle yourself, you'll be fine. Now, Groddle, on the other hand, actually, no, I don't know why I said on the other hand, he's the same thing. I don't like Groddle either. Too much yellow. I don't think it fucks with the design very well. I don't know, I just don't like that color scheme in general, I think that's why I don't like it. I don't think the color scheme is very good. Torterra is cool. I like Torterra. I don't know. Torterra seems really cool. because it's like that entire, like, him having, like, basically a kind of his own, like, environment on the back of him has to seem so awesome. Like, obviously, like, he's massive, so, like, imagine, like, just sitting there, like, you need a place to rest, you pull out Torterra? Oh, man, that'd be fire, dude. Like, obviously, like, yeah, no, that'd be actually awesome. That'd be great. I love that. Like, that's so cool. He has, like, his, like, own tree and stuff. You can grow your own stuff on that shit, bro. You make your own, like, house. I don't know, okay, maybe not a house, but you could, you know, if you need a place to stay, you could live on that. Like, just, you know, you could sleep for the night. You know, you wouldn't have to worry about yourself, you know, getting, like, fucking attacked. Because if you're getting attacked, Torterra just runs, bro. Torterra just runs with you on your back. It's fire, bro. Torterra is great. I like Torterra. Best, for the first time ever, actually, no, not for the first time ever, because of Charizard, but for the second time ever, best of, like, the evolution line. Chimchar is, like, just awesome all the way out. He's adorable, and then Monferno, again, worst of the line, but, you know, he's still cool. He's still cool. I like Monferno. Monferno's fire. Monferno's alright. Monferno's cool. I like Monferno. And then Infernape, oh, that's my boy. Infernape's raw. Infernape is so raw. I love Infernape. He is so cool. He's him. He is him. Easy, bro. Easy. Infernape is fucking awesome. Piplup, again, I said he's my boy, my child, my little guy. You know, my baby. You know, I love Piplup. Prinplup, you posh dickhead, man. I don't like posh people. I don't like rich people. I don't like the royal family. Prinplup reminds me of the royal family. I hate Prinplup. So, unfortunately, I don't like Prinplup. You know, I try to keep my Piplup from evolving, if anything. Empoleon, however, is pretty cool. That is the one benefit of evolving Piplup into Prinplup. He eventually will become Empoleon. Empoleon's cool. You know, they've got these, like, cool swords for arms, basically, like these cool blades. It reminds me of, Saralege? I'm gonna say Saralege. It reminds me of him. Which is, I love those kind of, like, having, like, swords for arms. That's awesome. Moving on to the Unova Starters, though. Snivy. Snivy, okay. Snivy, like Empoleon, reminds me of posh and rich people. Why I order? I don't like Snivy. He's like, Snivy's alright, but why is his nose so long? I don't like Snivy. Servine's cool. Servine's I guess. I don't know. Superior, probably the best of them. You know, Superior's awesome, I guess. Not awesome, but it's yeah, it's doing its own thing. You know, it's definitely a thing. It's a thing. Tepig, little guy, little boy, little boyo. Like, Tepig's awesome. Pignite, bro. I don't know. I think, you know, he's not a bad second starter, not second evolution, I mean. Compared to the rest of, like, second starter, I don't know, he's okay. He's okay, I guess. I don't know what fucking saying anymore. Emboar, oh god. Emboar, I think, is awesome. I love his design. It's like, it's great. I love, like, the little fire thing around his neck. I love, like, the fucking, like, kind of, I don't know, what do you say, sumo wrestler? It's a kind of wrestler vibe. It's cool. I like Emboar. Emboar's pretty cool. Oshawott, my boy, easily the best of the 3 starters for Unova. Oshawott, a little dude. I said that so much during this video. There's just all the starter Pokemon are like little people, like little guys I could carry around and love, except for Snivy and except for Turtwig. Oshawott's awesome. Oshawott's like, you know, especially in anime, like Oshawott's great. He's like literally like awesome. He's fucking awesome, man. I love Oshawott. Do what? More like do whatever it takes to get the fuck out of my. I'm kidding. I like Duat. He's you know, I don't know why I keep saying the same 3 words, but Duat's okay. I like Duat, like, probably the best of the second starters in the Unova line, because I think it, like, he's not, like, he's easily, like, takes the most, he's, like, kind of evolving, like, child, teenager, adult kind of thing. And I guess that's for all of them, technically, but it really feels like it with Duot. And I feel like Duot, like, he's truly getting into it, like, he's becoming, like, a kind of an apprentice. I think Duot's awesome. I think Duot's, like, a really cool, like, evolution of Oshawott. Samurott, okay. I like Samurott, but I don't think there's, like, I think he's too different from Oshawott and Duot. Like, he's got, like, the shells, I guess, but that's really it. There's no, like, real, like, where the fuck did the 4 arms come from, and, like, 4 legs and stuff come from? Like, I don't know. I wish there was more of, like, transparency between them, but other than that, Samurott's on his own. Samurott on his own is pretty cool. He's pretty awesome. So, I like Samurott. He's got, like, a really awesome design. So I can live with Samurott. I think Samurott's fine, I guess. Now, okay, Kalos. Kalos is my favorite generation. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it. And it has such good starters, man. Froakie is so cool. Froakie, Frogadier, Greninja, all awesome. Like, especially in the anime, fucking Froakie got dick rolled so hard in the anime, and it was worth it, man. Ash Greninja, like, one of the coolest fucking power-ups ever, dude. It's so awesome, and I'm sad it got kind of removed in the future, in, like, recent games, but, fine, I guess. But, like, Frogadier was awesome, Froakie was awesome, like, they were all so cool. Greninja is raw, dude. Greninja is fucking raw. Fennekin, I think, is probably my least favorite. I think Fennekin's still pretty good, though. Fennekin's still got a great design. Braixen, again, good evolution. Delphox, I kind of like the witch thing going on. But, probably my least favorite, because then we have the GOAT Chespin. Then we have the GOAT Chespin. Chespin, bro. Oh my god. Chespin. Are you kidding me? This is probably my favorite starter of all time. Like, probably tied with Squirtle. Chespin is so cool. I love Chespin, man. He is like, he is so adorable. He is so cute. He's silly. He's literally perfect. He has got the best design. Quilladin, I think is cool as well. Quilladin, I think, is great, right? Because he's silly. He's got like a general design, and then Chestnut is just awesome. Chestnut is raw. I love like the kind of how I don't know. I think he's got the least color scheme wise. Like, I think there could be more of a transition there, similar to what happened with Samurott. I think color scheme wise, I think it's a little like not this. I don't know. I think this it's too different from Chespin and Quilladin. Especially when you compare it to like Greninja and Delphox and like those keep like the general color schemes, but Chestnut is like suddenly has this like white part and stuff coming out of nowhere, and like and it completely gets rid of like the the brown and orange, and it's a weird. I don't know. I think I would have preferred if they kept the general color scheme of Chespin and Quilladin and applied it to Chestnut. But other than that, I like Chestnut a lot. Rowlet. Okay, Rowlet, I think for a starter Pokemon, he works. He's adorable. He's like, especially in like the anime again, he's like stays in Ash's backpack. That's awesome. I think Rowlet is probably my least favorite, unfortunately, but he's still okay. And then Dartrix, I just don't like Dartrix. I don't think Dartrix that great. But Decidueye is great. Decidueye is like, he's raw. He's literally my favorite of the evolution line. Dartrix, I like not Dartrix. Decidueye, I just love like the fucking Archer thing, and like especially in the Hisuian region, like that whole thing is awesome. I definitely think they cooked with Decidueye. I think Decidueye was a great choice. Litten, I think Litten's probably my favorite. Litten, I can't lie, definitely my favorite, yeah. Litten's definitely my favorite. Torracat, Torracat is, he's just kind of like a more aggressive version of Litten. Incineroar, again, comes out of nowhere. I don't know where the hell this came from. I mean, he's cool, but where the fuck did where did the arms, the restless thing come from? Like, I mean, Incineroar, again, great design, but it comes out of nowhere. There's just no, like, consistency with, I mean, other than the color scheme and, like, the cat theming, but there's just no consistency with Torracat and Litten. And it just feels like it comes out of nowhere. Like, if they, I know they only ever do, like, like, a 3-line for the evolutions when it comes to starters. Like, I don't think they've ever done a 4th evolution. But if they were, I think Torracat, well, I think Litten's line would need it the most, because, like, where does Torracat become Incineroar? Like, it would have been cool. I think maybe the issue is Torracat. Maybe if you change Torracat to maybe start standing on 2 legs, that would have been fine. But instead, Tara's just a more of a, like, a aggressive Litten with, like, a more aggressive red parts. So it's like, where did Incineroar come from? Why did Incineroar suddenly start? I don't know. Incineroar just feels out of nowhere. I think that's my main issue. I think Incineroar just feels out of nowhere. Popplio. Okay, I have beef with Popplio. When I first played fucking Sun and Moon, this motherfucker lost me the league. And I can't lie, that's my beef with Popplio. I couldn't beat the league with Popplio. And maybe it was a skill issue, but that brought down my opinion on Popplio a lot. I think Popplio is a goofy boy. I don't think it's really consistent with the other two, with Brionne and Primarina. But other than that, you know, the evolution line's I'd say Primarina is probably my favorite of the evolutions, but I don't think it's really consistent, because I think Popplio is just too different from Brionne, and I think Brionne is just not great design either. I think, I don't know, I don't really like Popplio, I like Popplio, but I don't really like Brionne. I just think that it's too inconsistent, and I think Brionne is just kind of an ass design. That's my main gripes with it. Galar, oh god, Galar. Sobble. I don't even want to talk about Sobble. I think Sobble, like, starter-wise, is okay. Like, not the best. Sizzle's just fucking awful. Like, Sizzle's probably my least favorite, like, second evolution. I don't like Sizzle at all. I think he's, like, I don't know, I don't get, like, the correlation between any of these designs, to be honest. Like, Sobble is, like, cute, Sizzle's emo, and then Inteleon is a spy. Like, where the hell? Sizzle feels like they're relying too much on the emo stuff. I don't know, I think Sizzle's just not that great. And Inteleon's kind of raw, but again, it's not really, I don't really think there's, like, a correlation between any of these designs. Like, even the color schemes are different. Like, you could make these separate Pokemon, and I don't think anyone would really care. Like, there's some, like, just give them slightly different color schemes, and, like, I don't think anyone would really notice. Grookey, I mean, Grookey's cute, better than Sobble, definitely. Grookey's cute. True Pansy, I don't even know, man. I don't know what, there's just, like, I think, like, the legs and stuff, and, like, the head are, like, awesome, but there's nothing going on with, like, the actual body and the legs, and it's just kind of, like, feels unfinished, in a way. Drew Pansy just, I don't know, I don't like Drew Pansy, or whatever the fuck. Rillaboom, I think Rillaboom's kind of cool. I like the drum motif, like, I think that's a thing with all of the Pokemon, with all, like, the evolution line, I guess, but I like the drums. I like how he kind of has the drums incorporated into design, that's cool. I like the color scheme overall, but I know, this evolution line is just okay. Scorbunny's easily the best, you know. He kind of goes from, like, this kid who's, like, a big fan of soccer or football, or whatever hell you want to call it, and then he, like, gets into Reboot, where it's, like, he's not really interested, but, you know, he's trying to stay, like, you know, it's teenager stuff. Like, I think they had an explanation for that in the anime as well, like, that was how it worked. Like, he's kind of growing up, so it's, you know, Reboot as a whole, just kind of cool. Again, relying a bit too much on the edgy thing, like the emo thing, especially with Sizzle already there, so I don't think it really needed to happen, but he's a cool design. He's much better than Sizzle. So Reboot's cool. Reboot's raw. I like Reboot. And then Cinderace's fucking awesome. I like Cinderace a lot. He is just, I don't even like football or soccer that much, but I think Cinderace is, like, Scorbunny's, like, line as a whole is just, like, a really cool, way to incorporate that kind of a big part of Britain, because obviously Galar takes place in Britain, like Galar is inspired by Britain, so it's a way to incorporate that big thing in Britain into, like, the design of Pokemon, and I think that's great. I think that's a really cool idea. So as a whole, I like Scorpion's line. I think Scorpion is easily the best of the Galar Starters. And finally, we have Galar. Okay. Sprigatito. I like Sprigatito a lot. Weed cat, little guy. I like the arts. I like the art for Sprigatito a lot. He's like he's so happy, so joyous. Only the best for Sprigatito. Floragato, I don't like Floragato that much. I think Floragato is like too much dark green. I think it's probably the issue, like especially on the face. I think if they made it more of what Sprigatito had for the face, that would work. But I don't really like Floragato's design that much. Meowscarada, peak. I'm pretty sure this is a Deltarune Pokemon. I'm pretty sure this is from fucking Deltarune. There is definitely something that looks similar to this in Deltarune. I swear to God, I'm not going crazy. I don't even play Deltarune or Undertale, but I know there's something similar to that. It reminds me of a design from Deltarune. I just can't remember which. Fuecoco. Fuecoco's cute. I think Crocodile and Skeledirge are a little too much for me. I get it. I get what they're inspired by, but I think it's just the designs are a little too much. They're a little too much. So I don't personally vibe with it. Quaxly was like the biggest letdown for me. Quaxly was like the biggest letdown, easily. I like Quaxly's design a lot, but then Quaxwell and Quaquavel, I don't know, man. I don't know. Quaxly and Quaxwell and Quaxwell and Quack. I'm not even gonna try to say that name. I don't know. I just don't vibe with them. I just don't. I think they're kind of alright, but Sprigatito easily clears, like, Fuecoco and Quacks. I don't want to hear it. But with that said, that's everything done. I'm hoping to get this video out before Pokemon Day. Hopefully. I'm also going to try work on the Gen 3 retrospect, which I've kind of got more progress done last night. And also, what I want to know is, how are you enjoying these unscripted videos? Because, I mean, this was half scripted, half unscripted. The Kanto Starters, Cyndaquil, and Chikorita were all scripted, but then everything from Totodile onwards was unscripted. I want to know how you're all enjoying this, because I want to do more unscripted content in the future. It definitely helped me make videos faster. But I want to know if you guys feel like I'm doing good enough with, like, does it feel like I'm just rambling, or does it, I don't know. Just tell me your thoughts. I want to know how this is doing, because I want to do more of these in the future, but I also want to get better. I want to take feedback. I want to find a way to do these without feeling like I'm not providing high-quality content. But with that said, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.